In this video, I'm gonna rank every single pet orb in Castle Crashers from S to F tier. So let's go. First we got Snailbert. Snailbert's really good. I mean, he gives 5 defense. He does take away 2 agility, but you know, who needs that anyways? A tier. Now we got Giraffe. Giraffe is really good at the start of the game, but once you level up more, you don't really get that much more XP from him, so he's not as good late game, but in early game, he's pretty solid. B tier. Alright, we got Zebra. Zebra's decent, but like, I don't know, he can only give you food on certain levels, so he's really not that great. I think I'd put him C tier. He could be better. Now we got Meowbert. Meowbert's pretty decent. I mean, he does give a ton of agility, but like, who needs that? Unless they're playing an agility or archer build, then he's not that great. But since he does give so much agility, I'd still put him B tier. Alright, we got Puzzle. Puzzle only really is needed for like the few items that he helps you get. But other than that, after you've already got them, he's pretty useless. So put him C tier. Okay, the Burly Bear. The Burly Bear is pretty good. I mean, he's pretty much just Snoop, but a little bit worse, as he gives a little less strength, but he does give some defense, so I'd still put him A tier. He's really good. Alright, we got Hawkster. Hawkster is also really good. I mean, he's super useful during the Necromancer fight and during arena fights, so easy A tier. I mean, he gives you a ton of food. We got Snoot. Snoot is a S tier. Snoot is the best pet orb in the game, at least in my opinion. I mean, he gives you like 4 strength, which is just crazy, so S tier. Now we got Piggy. Piggy's pretty good. I mean, he gives you like a ton of health from like food. I think it's more useful just to get Hawkster because he gives you food. Because Piggy, you actually have to find your own, and sometimes that can be hard to find, so I'd put him B tier. Pretty solid still. Okay, Spiny's another A tier. I mean, he's just a little worse than Snailbert because he doesn't give as much defense, but still, Spiny is still really good, so I'd keep him A tier. The Cardinal actually has a pretty cool bonus of +2 magic, so even after you found all the items he gets you, he's still not too bad. I'd put him C tier just because of the bonus, and he gets you like a ton of items, so pretty solid character. Okay, Scratchpaw is another decent character. I think I'd put him B tier because he does give some strength and agility, but I think you should really just pick one or the other. But anyways, still pretty solid. B tier. The Seahorse is just like completely useless. I mean, he just makes you a little bit faster in water, but other than that, he doesn't do anything. F tier. The Chicken's like alright. I mean, he gives you pretty much one of everything except magic. But if you think about it, that's not really that useful. I think I'd just put him C tier. He's really not that great. Okay, the Alien Ball is also terrible. I mean, he shoots a really weak like plasma ball every now and then, and like he just sucks. Okay, F tier. Along with the Seahorse. Okay, we got another F tier. This dog just helps you like dig a little bit faster, which is like actually completely useless. Big fat F tier for him. Okay, hear me out on Sherbert. He does help you in the sock puppet battle because he lets you jump high enough to be able to hit like the dragon sock puppet. And if you don't have sandwiches, that's pretty useful, so I'd put him D tier just for that level. Now we got Pelter. Pelter's pretty mid. I mean, he does do decent damage with his snowballs, but they don't shoot very often, and they have like horrible accuracy, so I'd put him D tier. Okay, this is pretty much the same deal as Pelter. It shoots the balls, but also like sets them on fire, which is a little bonus, so I'd put him right above Pelter. Both pretty mid though. Okay, we got another S tier. The Beholder is just like crazy good, especially if you're using like a magic build. I mean, he just gives you 4 magic. Can't really go wrong. It's a S tier. Now we got the Golden Whale. This is another pretty useless pet orb. I mean, he just gives you like 1 coin every like 10 seconds, which is pretty useless, so put him F tier. Now we got the Owl. The Owl's not really that great. Kind of the same deal as the Zebra. He just gets you some extra food on some levels. I'd put him D tier. He's really not that helpful. Now we got Rammy. Rammy's not too bad. I mean, he does knock over enemies, which can allow you to juggle them, and that's pretty much the only benefit because he does super low damage. I'd put him C tier. Okay, Froglet is also terrible. I mean, I'll put him F tier. He just helps you like pick up items with his tongue, which is like really useless. I don't really know what to say. I hate this thing. I've never used it and I never will. F tier. Okay, Monkey Face is actually pretty solid. He just ups the chances of you getting like weapons and food by almost like double. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. He just helps you get extra food and stuff. Okay, we got the Bitey Bear. The Bitey Bear is actually really good, especially on insane mode. But the only reason he isn't in S tier is because he can kill you too. So A tier. Really good still. The Bitey Bat's kind of just the same deal as Rami. He just stun locks enemies for a little bit. He's really not that great, but you know, he could be worse. C tier. Now we got the Yeti. He stops you from being frozen by like ice attacks. He's only really useful during the Ice King fight, so I'd put him probably D tier. Not the best. Now we got the Troll. The Troll is not very good. I mean, he sounds good in theory because he like heals you, but it's like so unbelievably slow. I'm just gonna put it D tier. I mean, he's pretty useless unless you have like a ton of patience. And that's the completed list of every single pet orb in Castle Crashers. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And also let me know what other things I should put into tier maker. Anyways, thanks for watching.